Do you ever feel like manifestation is just another thing on your to-do list that you don't have time for? Like your spiritual practice is something that you have to do? Honestly, you're not alone because I felt that way too. Something that's really changed my relationship with manifestation is blending it into my lifestyle so that no matter what I'm doing, I'm also manifesting. I call this manifestation as a lifestyle, and it's single handedly made the entire manifestation journey more enjoyable for me. And I've seen my desires show up with a lot more ease. Manifesting as a lifestyle has made manifestation go from feeling like a task to something I just naturally do because it's who I am. If you'd like to learn more about this, I've created a step by step guide for you. I'll link it in my show notes so you can check it out. You're listening to the Affirmation Addict podcast with Pyle Corley. This podcast will teach you about the power of affirmations while making manifestation easy and accessible for you in order to enhance your spiritual consciousness. Thank you so much for being here, and now it's time to get started. Hi there, and welcome back to the Affirmation Addict podcast. My name is Pyle, and today we are talking 3 ways you can start manifesting today. I think on the manifestation journey, it can be so overwhelming with all the different tips and tricks and tools and methodologies. So I just wanted to give you 3 ways you can start literally right now that can contribute to your manifestation, that can help you align your energy, and give you 3 very, very tangible takeaways. They'll be very simple because I don't want to overwhelm you. And you might have heard me say 1 or 2 of these before, but I will go into detail and try and answer any questions that might come up. So just so you have no resistance and you basically don't have any excuses. I want to cut out any excuse to start your manifestation journey or hop back on. Wherever you are, you're listening to this for a reason. So my goal is to make this as easy as possible for you. So before we dive in, what is manifestation and why do we love it here? For me, manifestation has been that thing that has absolutely empowered me to realize that, wow, I can manifest the things I want. I can have the life that I've dreamed of. I can become the girl who I used to look up to. And I think that's what manifestation has offered me personally, and enjoying the process of manifestation rather than just using it as your end goal, rather than just using manifestation as I want to manifest my soulmate. So I'm going to write down 10 affirmations and I hope he pops up, or she, or whoever it is. I don't want manifestation to come off as a quick fix. I don't want manifestation to come off as you do this to get this result. I don't want it to be transactional. I really want you to understand that manifestation is a lifestyle and it is something we are always doing. It is something that we are constantly putting energy towards. And as a result, we are always manifesting. So that's my biggest, kind of pointer I want to offer is manifestation is not just the 5 minutes of affirmations you do in the morning. It is your entire life. It is how you are showing up in your day to day. So don't feel the pressure that those 5 minutes have to be flawless. Every single little step you take makes a difference. Every thought you think makes a little bit of a difference, and not in an overwhelming way, but in an empowering way, that just one shift in thought, just one shift in the way you react to something actually can make a difference. And I want that to feel empowering rather than feeling like if I didn't visualize today, I'm not manifesting. Because honestly, whether or not you want to, you are manifesting. That's kind of the name of the game that I think a lot of people can't fully wrap their heads around. And that is why manifestation feels so important to me to share in this way, which is kind of what inspired me to make this episode. Is let's come up with 3 super simple ways that you can say, hey, I am putting effort towards it and I am manifesting, so you can really feel confident in your own self that you are putting in effort. So tip number 1 is get super clear on your why. You've heard me say this before. You will hear me say this again because I think this is the most underrated part of manifestation, because ultimately we know what we want, right? It is more easy, maybe not very easy, but it is more easy to say, I really want this car, or I really want a soulmate, or this job. it's so easy for us to ask for what we want, but what we don't really think about, especially when we start our journey and you're just on it, you don't really think about why you want it. We don't think about what is it that this manifestation is actually, what do I hope that is actually going to bring me? And why is that hope? What is that desire actually doing for me? How is it serving me beyond just receiving it? So why do you want it? And some good questions to ask yourself are, why do you think you want it? What do you think will change once you get it? And how is that manifestation going to make you feel? Those are the top 3 questions that I really would like you to reflect on in terms of actually understanding your why. So I'll break one down for you. For example, say we want, let's go with money, right? I feel like money, soulmate, jobs are probably the top 3 desires I come across. And so when it comes to money, say you want $100,000. So why do you want those $100,000? Maybe you say, I want those $100,000 to experience financial freedom or to pay off a big debt you might have. Okay. Well, what do you think is going to change and be different after that? Maybe you say, I will feel more free. I will feel a weight off my shoulders. I'll feel a little bit safer. And that kind of leads into that third question is, what is that feeling you're looking for? What is that feeling that ultimately is that manifestation, and what's happening after that? And it is, you will feel safer. You will feel more free. You will feel more relief. And that is your perfect formula right there, leading us into step number 2, or not even a step. Tip number 2 is, once you identify your feelings, start to create and start to observe how often you are feeling a current feeling and how often you are feeling your desired feelings. That is going to give you a very, very good indicator of throughout your day how aligned your energy is, because ultimately our feelings are vibrations, our emotions are vibrations. And so if you can get very comfortable with, hey, I actually don't feel that good today, or I don't feel good right now, but my manifestation is actually feeling very safe. My manifestation feels very free. Is there something I can do to feel that way? Is there something unrelated to my manifestation that I can do to feel a little bit more free? And if so, how do I actually do that? So that's the power of observing. I think a big thing you can do to start your journey is observe your current feelings, observe the dominant feelings you have, and then observe how that's different than the feelings of your manifestation. Because we easily think during work, right? Or while you're driving, you might feel like you're in a rush. You might feel like you're behind. Are those feelings actually in alignment with your manifestation? Probably not. So once you can observe, not only does that create more self-awareness, but you're also giving yourself evidence and a little bit of motivation to be like, oh, this is where I can improve. And it starts to put you into that lifestyle mindset rather than manifestation is just an end goal. It's starting to shift from getting that result to, how do I slowly build up to this result where it becomes normal for me? And that is kind of the magic of manifestation, when you really, really get to that point, instead of feeling like you can't get there, or how do I align my energy? This is how. It starts with observation. So if you do nothing else today, even if you don't identify any feelings or determine your why or get clear on your why, even just observing your current dominant feelings is part of the journey. I do think manifestation requires a lot of self-awareness, a lot of honesty with yourself. So this is the perfect place to start. I always get a ton of questions in my DMs from people asking how I can manifest X. The truth is, you can really manifest anything as long as it's for the greatest good. And if you're having trouble manifesting something right now, or you feel stuck on your journey, I have a really beautiful resource I've made for you. It's a free quiz. It's called the Manifestation Archetype Quiz. And it's something that I've created so you can find out your manifestation style to give you more clarity on your spiritual journey. After taking the quiz, you're going to receive the best resources for your specific archetype to help you attract your desires based on where you're at and what you want to create. So you can find a link to the quiz in the show notes, or just head to my website at www.affirmation-addict.com. If you have any questions throughout this entire episode, please don't be afraid to DM me. Please don't be afraid to shoot me a question, because I love hearing from you guys. I love interacting with you. So if something doesn't make sense or you need more clarity, just ask. I'm here for you. And then I'm going to check the third one I wanted to share. Okay. The third one I wanted to share with you is once you know those feelings that you want, so this is kind of picking back off of number one and number two, is you can start affirming. Even if you're not affirming for your soulmate, even if you're not affirming for your dream car or your dream job or feeling more peace, you can start affirming for the feelings that you believe your manifestation will bring. All you need to do is add I am, or I'm in the process of feeling before any feeling. So say you determine with money, going back to our example, that we are trying to feel more free, we're trying to feel more safe, and we're trying to feel more relief. These are your 3 affirmations. I feel more relief. I am safe. I feel safe. And giving yourself those affirmations, because the more and more you can repeat those affirmations, the more and more your body and your mind and your entire energy system will start to say, oh, that's how we want to feel. And you are, just by saying those affirmations repetitively, starting to align your energy. And so it is so simple to start your manifestation journey. You can do it on your own. You don't need any external tools if you don't want them. It can be just a matter of observe, get clear on your why, and start affirming based off of your why. You can make your affirmations on your own. And if you need help, you guys know this, I have an entire app, I call it a membership now, where I have affirmations for you for every area of your life. I have affirmations for your soulmate, to health, to anxiety relief, to your dream job, or if you're a business owner. We have affirmations as well as all of our other spiritual tools like visualizations, sleep affirmations, journal prompts, all of the things that you need. So if you need help, we're here for you. Affirmit is there for you. It's less than $5 a month. But if you feel comfortable to just start your journey like this, then please start. I invite you and I actually challenge you to start today. Start today and create 1 or 2 affirmations for yourself based on what you're trying to manifest and see how that feels. See how that goes and see where that takes you. One thing I want to say that I think is not talked about or explained all the time when we're manifesting is the intention behind with which you're manifesting, the intention behind with which you are saying your affirmations, the intention behind with which you are listening to this podcast. And what I mean by that is, a lot of the times I think and I've done this too, we tap into something, we listen to something, we're reading a book because we just hope that listening to it will change our life. It's that missing piece. I feel like we're always on this search for that missing piece, the thing that we didn't hear that's going to change our life. And I really want to tell you with full honesty, I really believe you know everything you need to know. We have this kind of habit of seeking knowledge, expanding our consciousness. And I love that. But ultimately, the answers you're looking for, the security and that confirmation you're looking for can only come from within. And the way that comes is by just starting, by just practicing, even if it feels weird, even if you're not fully sure on, is this the right affirmation or is this the real feeling I'm seeking? Just start. You will get more clarity along the way and things might change along the way. But there's so much power in just starting, even if it's not perfect. And this is something I currently struggle with in a very different area of my life, is by just doing it, even if it's not perfect, just giving myself permission to do it, because we can get lost in this. It has to be perfect. I need to know for sure it's right and it's going to work. Instead of looking at it like a result and like a to-do list item, look at this as just an opportunity for yourself. Look at this as an opportunity for yourself to feel better. And if you don't feel better, okay, that's fine. But if you do, that's amazing, right? And so I invite you to, as you start your manifestation journey or as you continue your journey wherever you're at, give yourself permission to stop looking at it as such a transactional thing and start looking at it as a means to feeling better, and a constant choice to show up. I really think the best way to describe manifestation as a choice in order to make your life and the world around you better, rather than in order to just get a desire that you want. So reframing the definition of manifestation to that has been so expansive for me and so stress-free almost. I don't feel that pressure of where is it? Why isn't it here yet? Because it's like, if it comes, amazing. If it doesn't, I'm still good. And to get to that place of I'm still good is where the feelings work really makes a difference. So I know it might not be as juicy or as sexy to talk about your feelings rather than the soulmate and what they look like, or what your job or your dream home looks like. I know it might not be as juicy and exciting, but this is really where the potency is. This is really where you can start to actually make those shifts to make that happen. So I know it's not as glamorous, but I promise you it's what works for me. And I want to share that forward. So I hope you can try one of those 3 tips today. I hope this helps you. And seriously, if you have any other questions, please send me a message. I am here for you. Or if I'm not, someone on my team will be. So thank you for your time. Thank you for joining. And I will see you next week. Mwah. Bye. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If this episode resonated with you, it would mean the world to me if you could rate and review the podcast and share it on your social media, so I know to keep creating episodes that are inspiring you to manifest. I'm so genuinely grateful for the time we shared today, and I'd love for you to join the community by following @AffirmationAddict on Instagram. To continue diving into spirituality and manifestation, head over to my website, affirmation-addict.com. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and so much healing energy.